They were the strongest, the fastest, the most gifted human beings on the planet, and in an instant, they were gone. In this video, we visit the graves of athletes who died tragically. Thurman Munson died August 2nd, 1979, age 32. Buried at Sunset Hills Burial Park, Canton, Ohio. Yankees captain and 1976 ALMVP killed practicing landings in his Cessna Citation at Akron-Canton Airport. The Yankees retired his number immediately and left his locker untouched for decades. Dale Earnhardt died February 18, 2001, age 49, buried at a private location on his estate in Mooresville, North Carolina. The Intimidator, who won 7 Winston Cup championships, hit the wall on the final lap of the Daytona 500 while protecting the lead positions of his son Dale Jr. and teammate Waltrip. His death led to mandatory hands devices and redesigned barriers across NASCAR. Payne Stewart died October 25, 1999, age 42. Buried at Dr. Phillips Cemetery, Orlando, Florida. 3-time major champion who had sunk a dramatic putt to win the 1999 U.S. Open 4 months earlier. His Learjet lost cabin pressure after takeoff and flew on autopilot for 4 hours across the country. Before crashing in South Dakota, Air Force jets reported frosted windows and no movement inside. Lou Gehrig died June 2, 1941, age 37. Buried at Kensico Cemetery, Valhalla, New York. The Iron Horse, who played 2,130 consecutive games for the Yankees. His farewell speech calling himself the luckiest man on the face of the earth, while dying of the disease that would bear his name, remains one of the most famous moments in American sports. Len Bias died June 19, 1986, age 22. Buried at Lincoln Memorial Cemetery, Suitland, Maryland. Selected 2nd overall by the Celtics 2 days before his death. Collapsed from cardiac arrhythmia induced by cocaine while celebrating draft night in his dormitory. Never played a single professional game. His death led directly to the Anti-Drug Abuse Act of 1986. Ernie Davis died May 18, 1963, age 23. Buried at Woodlawn Cemetery, Elmira, New York. First African American to win the Heisman Trophy in 1961. Drafted 1st overall by the Browns to join Jim Brown in what would have been the most devastating backfield in football. Diagnosed with leukemia before he ever played a professional game. Hank Gathers died March 4, 1990, age 23. Buried at Woodland Cemetery, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Loyola Marymount star who led the nation in both scoring and rebounding collapsed during a conference tournament game from cardiac arrhythmia caused by a heart condition whose medication had been reduced because it affected his performance. His best friend Bo Kimball shot his first free throw left-handed in every subsequent tournament game. Sean Taylor died November 27, 2007, age 24, buried at a private location in Miami, Florida. Washington safety and one of the most feared defenders in the NFL, shot during a home burglary by teenage intruders who believed the house would be empty during the season. Bled to death from a severed femoral artery. His daughter was 18 months old. Junior Seau died May 2, 2012, age 43, buried at Oceanside Mortuary and Cemetery, Oceanside, California. One of the greatest linebackers in NFL history, with 12 Pro Bowls across 20 seasons, shot himself in the chest, deliberately preserving his brain. The study confirmed chronic traumatic encephalopathy and became a landmark case in the NFL concussion settlement. Drazen Petrovic died June 7, 1993, age 28. Buried at Mirogoj Cemetery, Zagreb, Croatia. Croatian shooting guard who proved European talent could compete at the highest NBA level, averaging 22.3 points for the Nets. Killed when his car crashed into a truck on the German Autobahn in rain. Inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame in 2002. Walter Payton died November 1, 1999, age 45. Buried at a private location, memorial at Soldier Field, Chicago, Illinois. Sweetness, who held the NFL rushing record for over 2 decades with 16,726 yards, died from bile duct cancer and used his remaining time to advocate for organ donation. The NFL renamed its Man of the Year award after him. Andres Escobar died July 2, 1994, age 27. Buried at Jardins de Montesacro Cemetery, Medellin, Colombia. Colombian defender who scored an own goal during the 1994 World Cup against the United States. Shot 6 times in a Medellin parking lot 10 days later. His killer reportedly shouting goal with each shot. Ayrton Senna died May 1st, 1994, age 34. Buried at Morumbi Cemetery, Sao Paulo, Brazil. Brazilian Formula One driver widely regarded as the greatest ever with 3 world championships, killed at 190 miles per hour when the steering column failed at Imola's Tamburello corner. 3 million people lined the streets for his funeral. The Brazilian government declared 3 days of mourning. Pelle Lindbergh died November 11th, 1985, age 26. Buried at Skogskyrkogården Cemetery, Stockholm, Sweden. Flyers goaltender who won the Vezina Trophy as the first European to receive the honor crashed his Porsche into a concrete wall at over 100 miles per hour after a night of drinking following a game. Declared brain dead, organs donated. Florence Griffith Joyner died September 21st, 1998, age 38. Buried at El Toro Memorial Park, Lake Forest, California. FloJo, whose 100-meter and 200-meter world records from the 1988 Seoul Olympics have never been broken, died in her sleep from suffocation caused by an epileptic seizure. Suspicions about performance-enhancing drugs followed her career, though she never tested positive. Christy Mathewson died October 7, 1925, age 45. Buried at Lewisburg Cemetery, Lewisburg, Pennsylvania. Won 373 games for the New York Giants and was among the first 5 inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Exposed to poison gas during a World War I training exercise that destroyed his lungs and left him vulnerable to the tuberculosis that killed him. Gordie Howe died June 10, 2016, age 88. Cremated, ashes divided among family. Mr. Hockey, who played 26 NHL seasons across 5 decades and held the all-time scoring record until Gretzky spent his final years battling dementia and strokes. The toughest player in hockey history, fading slowly. Dan Weldon died October 16, 2011, age 33. Buried at a private location. British IndyCar driver and 2-time Indianapolis 500 winner, killed in a 15-car pileup at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway season finale. His car launched into the catch fencing. The race canceled immediately. Pistol, Pete Maravich, died January 5, 1988, age 40. Buried at Rest Haven Gardens of Memory, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Scored a still unmatched 44.2 points per game at LSU and averaged 24 in the NBA. Collapsed during a pickup game in Pasadena from an undiagnosed congenital heart defect. He had been born without a left coronary artery. Reggie White died December 26, 2004, age 43. Buried at Glenwood Memorial Park, Mooresville, North Carolina. The Minister of Defense who recorded 198 career sacks and anchored the Packers' Super Bowl 31 championship, died in his sleep from cardiac arrhythmia at 43. His autopsy revealing a previously undiagnosed cardiac condition. Bob Kalsu died July 21, 1970, age 25. Buried at Rest Haven Garden Cemetery, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Buffalo Bills offensive lineman and one of only 2 active professional football players killed in the Vietnam War, died at Fire Support Base Ripcord when a mortar round struck his position. His wife gave birth to their 2nd child 2 days later. Corey Stringer died August 1, 2001, age 27. Buried at Warren Community Cemetery, Warren, Ohio. Minnesota Vikings offensive tackle who collapsed from heat stroke during a preseason training camp practice in Mankato when the temperature reached 99 degrees. His death led to mandatory heat illness protocols across the NFL. Lyle Alzado died May 14, 1992, age 43. Buried at Riverview Cemetery, Portland, Oregon. Defensive end who played 15 NFL seasons and publicly blamed his brain cancer on decades of anabolic steroid use, becoming the first prominent athlete to link steroids to fatal health consequences. Died at 43, weighing less than 200 pounds. Flo Hyman died January 24, 1986, age 31. Buried at Inglewood Park Cemetery, Inglewood, California. Olympic volleyball silver medalist and one of the greatest players in American volleyball history, collapsed and died during a match in Japan from a ruptured aorta caused by undiagnosed Marfan syndrome. Her death led to increased screening for the genetic condition among tall athletes. Conrad Royland died December 12, 2016, age 29, buried at a private location. NFL tight end who played for the Jets, Ravens, and Colts died from a brain aneurysm. His heart was donated and transplanted into former Angels baseball player Rod Carew, an athlete's heart saving another athlete's life. Rocky Marciano died August 31, 1969, age 45, buried at Forest Lawn Memorial Park, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The only heavyweight champion to retire, undefeated at 49-0, killed in a small plane crash near Newton, Iowa, the night before his 46th birthday. Sonny Liston died December 30, 1970, age approximately 38, buried at Davis Memorial Park, Las Vegas, Nevada. Former heavyweight champion found dead in his Las Vegas home from a suspected heroin overdose. The circumstances still debated. His headstone reads simply, "A Man." Owen Hart died May 23, 1999, age 34, buried at Queen's Park Cemetery, Calgary, Alberta, Canada. WWE wrestler who fell 78 feet from the rafters of Kemper Arena in Kansas City during a planned entrance. The show continued after his death was announced. Eddie Guerrero died November 13, 2005, age 38, buried at Scottsdale Memorial Park, Scottsdale, Arizona. WWE champion whose Latino heat charisma made him one of the most popular wrestlers of his generation, found dead in his hotel room from acute heart failure caused by years of substance abuse. Ty Cobb died July 17, 1961, age 74, buried at Rose Hill Cemetery, Royston, Georgia. The Georgia Peach, who held the career batting average record at .366, widely feared and disliked throughout his career. His private funeral in rural Georgia, attended by few from the baseball world, though hundreds of locals and family filled the church. Babe Diedrichson Zacharias died September 27, 1956, age 45, buried at Forest Lawn Memorial Park, Beaumont, Texas. Greatest female athlete of the 20th century who won 2 Olympic golds in track and field, then dominated professional golf, died of colon cancer at 45 while still winning tournaments. Jim Thorpe died March 28, 1953, age 65, buried at Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania. Won pentathlon and decathlon golds at the 1912 Olympics. Before being stripped for playing semi-pro baseball, his wife sold his remains to a Pennsylvania town that renamed itself after him. His family spent decades trying to return his body to Oklahoma. Brian Piccolo died June 16, 1970, age 26, buried at St. Mary Catholic Cemetery, Evergreen Park, Illinois. Bears running back whose friendship with Gale Sayers and battle with cancer were depicted in Brian's song died at 26 from embryonal cell carcinoma discovered during the season. Nikki Hayden died May 22, 2017, age 35, buried at a private location. 2006 MotoGP world champion from Owensboro, Kentucky, struck by a car while cycling in Italy during a training ride. Benny Perret died April 3, 1962, age 25, buried at St. Raymond's Cemetery, Bronx, New York. Cuban welterweight champion beaten into a coma by Emil Griffith in a nationally televised fight at Madison Square Garden, died 10 days later. The fight changed boxing regulations permanently. Secretariat died October 4, 1989, age 19, buried at Claiborne Farm, Paris, Kentucky. The greatest racehorse in history who won the 1973 Triple Crown and the Belmont by 31 lengths. Euthanized due to laminitis, buried whole rather than the traditional head, heart, and hooves. Barbaro died January 29, 2007, age 4, buried at the entrance to Churchill Downs, Louisville, Kentucky. Kentucky Derby winner who shattered his leg at the start of the Preakness survived 8 months of surgeries that captivated the nation before complications required euthanasia. Derek Thomas died February 8, 2000, age 33, Buried at Woodlawn Park Cemetery South, Miami, Florida. Kansas City Chiefs linebacker, who holds the NFL record with 7 sacks in a single game, paralyzed in a car crash on an icy highway and died from a blood clot 16 days later. Davey Allison died July 13, 1993, age 32. Buried at Highland Memorial Gardens, Bessemer, Alabama. NASCAR driver and son of racing legend Bobby Allison, killed when his helicopter crashed in the infield at Talladega Superspeedway. The second member of the Allison family to die tragically after his brother Clifford was killed in a practice crash 11 months earlier. Alan Kulwicki died April 1, 1993, age 38. Buried at St. Adalbert Cemetery, Greenfield, Wisconsin. The only NASCAR champion who was also an engineer, killed in a plane crash en route to a race at Bristol. His death coming just 3 months before Davey Allison's, 2 champions lost in the same season. Steve McNair died July 4, 2009, age 36. Buried at Mount Nebo Memorial Gardens, Clarksville, Tennessee. Former Titans quarterback and NFL co-MVP who led Tennessee to the Super Bowl. In 2000, shot and killed by his girlfriend in a Nashville condominium in what was ruled a murder-suicide. Caleb Swanigan died June 20, 2022, age 25. Buried at a private location. Former Purdue basketball star and NBA player who went from childhood homelessness to the first round of the draft. Died from natural causes at 25 after leaving the NBA and gaining significant weight. Tim Richmond died August 13, 1989, age 34. Buried at Ashland Cemetery, Ashland, Ohio. One of the most talented NASCAR drivers of the 1980s, who won 7 races in 1986, died from AIDS-related complications, the disease and the stigma keeping him away from racing in his final years.